Hey, hey, Front Row Promotions. How are you all doing out there? How is the music world? Anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome to Front Row. Kandi, my sidekick over there. How you doing?
A little bit under the weather, but I'm okay. I'm here and I'm ready to have
Oh,
a good time.
there we go. And tonight we have with us Chris DiPinto from Creem Circus. Welcome to the show, Chris. How are you?
Great. Thank you for having me. And I can't believe you found footage of me playing guitar like that for the beginning. That was awesome. Shredding it up.
Oh my
Yeah, that's
goodness!
our
Ever
good
the
friend.
comedian, I love it.
I love it. Yeah, that's a
Man,
good
you know
friend.
what? Elton John, be proud of those sunglasses. I just gotta say.
Yes. Oh, I love it too. Do you have the little windshield wiper thingies?
Oh, that would be great, right? You did have those,
That
didn't
would be
you?
so cool. Yeah.
Oh, they're great.
I love it. I love it. Well, Chris, tell us about you. Tell us about what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I've always been Philly based and been a musician since, intermediate school, started bands way back and then started playing in Philadelphia with, different types of bands and stuff. And, I really, and I went to music school too. So I went to music school. I went to Temple for jazz guitar. So I've always been
Okay.
involved in music. And then really, what I got into was building and making guitars. And so that's really what I make my living at is I have a guitar store in Philadelphia and I build guitars, make guitars. And I work with a lot of famous people. I work with almost all my heroes, which is so exciting to do,
Oh, that's
Like I
sweet.
work with Cheap Trick and the Cars, and I made a guitar for David Bowie and Jack White. I just made 3 guitars for Adam Sandler, so I work with a lot of these people here. Yeah, I know. It's
That's
so
all my
exciting.
favorite. Adam Sandler. He
No,
plays
right?
guitar?
He's a really good
He
guitarist,
does?
actually. Yeah.
Wow.
It
Oh,
was really fun meeting him.
that's right. He has his, I know the acoustic, right? Yeah, okay. But I know he played.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
electric guitar. He
Cool.
rips it up. Yeah. He's really
Wow.
a nice guy and quiet. And he's when I met him, he said he had to get a new guitar to play for this sort of thing because it was over COVID. It's like a Zoom thing or something, and he was all nervous about it. I was like, "You're fine. You're playing great. Don't don't be nervous." I think I gave him a little confidence boost. So it helps. It helps,
Oh, that's
when you're
so
a comedian, you're hanging out with someone who makes guitars. I think it helps. Yeah.
yes, yes. That's also good. Yes. Wow. So where are you from,
Yeah. So,
Chris?
well, I
I'm
grew up
sorry,
in
go
Bucks
ahead.
County. No. I grew up in Bucks County, um, and I went to school up there, and it's a great neighborhood, great area, but there's not a lot of places to play music. There's not a lot of clubs. So right when I
Right.
was in my teens or early 20s, I moved into the city to really
Hmm.
get to where the action was.
Right. Sweet, sweet.
Yeah.
So do you have family? Are you or like musically inclined by
Oh,
your family?
there was no music in my family, really. I just, from a very young age, fell in love with the guitar. I just fell in love with music. Like I said,
Yeah.
at age 5, like Elton John is my hero. Like,
Yes.
the song, the song Crocodile Rock is just like, I can't get enough of it. And I have older uncles and aunts, and they're in their teens, and they're getting me into all this music, and they think it's great that I'm into it, so they keep feeding me more and more of it. And my aunts are
Wow.
dressing me up in like high heel shoes and like
That's
sparkle
cool.
hats and stuff, and then they take me yeah, it's really fun, right? And then they take me
Yeah.
to see Elton John in 75. I think it was the Caribou tour. So I was
Okay.
really young. That's for my first concert, and I could barely remember it, but I do remember like a smoke machine and stuff, and
Oh,
feathers and stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
He did a lot of the Yellow Brick Road record on that. So it
Oh,
was pretty
that's a good
exciting.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Yellow Brick Road. That's my favorite Elton John
Yeah,
record.
that's definitely
Yeah.
the best.
It's yeah, but that's so cool. Like that's the kind of music I grew up listening to. Like my parents used to play all the classic rock hits from the '70s, and Elton John obviously was huge.
Oh, huge. Yeah.
My cousin Jimmy, actually used to be an Elton John tribute.
Oh, that's cool.
So he would come over. We used to have in my house. We used to have this piano. We got rid of it not long ago, but we had this piano, and every time Cousin Jimmy would come over, he'd get on there and we'd belt it out to like Benny and the Jets. It was so cool. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
That one's my favorite. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Speaking of family, that's actually my mom that commented. My mom is a huge supporter of the show. And she actually, I have to say this every show that we do, but she sponsored us this past March to make our Nashville Rock and Pod trip a reality. So we want to thank her for that.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Anyway, I've said my piece. Go ahead, Lisa.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's pretty cool. Elton John, I mean, oh my lordy, I can just imagine being at that show. But you were age 5. That's wonderful.
Age 5. And I still remember like the crowd, the people, the fans had glitter lapels, and the women had these like glitter dresses and stuff, and the hair and the makeup. Like I remember looking and seeing it, and it's pretty cool to, live through it firsthand, even though it's kind of young. And, as I get a little older in my teens, obviously glam rock is not commercial music anymore. So really what I get into is like, Ozzy Osbourne and Randy Rhoads and Van Halen. That's my teen music, and I kind of move away from, what I liked when I was younger. And, as you get older, you get into different styles of music and everything. And I even got into jazz because I went to Temple University for jazz. And then later on, in the music scene in Philadelphia, indie rock, and later on, I get this hankering to come back to it. I don't know, because it was my first favorite style of music, and so that's how Creem Circus gets invented. And I would just go through this phase of just like re-ingesting all that music and a lot of the stuff that I missed because I was too young to like, understand what music was coming from England and what Slade records were out, what the Sweet records were out. So I started buying it all again, and then I have the cat in front of me. Yes. I'm sorry. And don't step on the keys.
She wants to be in the show, I guess.
She wants to sit right on the computer. I don't want it to shut down.
Oh, no.
So yeah, I know, right? So and then I go through this burst of creating and writing new songs, and that's really when you write your best stuff is when you're so inspired, and so I write like about 8 or 9 songs, and I start playing for a few friends of mine that I know are also really good musicians.
Awesome.
But they're also, they have other jobs. Most of them are construction workers or like carpenters and stuff. So I get this group of carpenters and construction workers, and they all learn my songs. But I don't tell them that, like, the first show, we're going to dress up in fur coats and glitter outfits and everything, right? And I tell them that, and they say, yeah, okay, because it goes with the music. But I really don't think they understood to what extent I was going to do it.
The concept of what you're trying to do, yes.
Yeah, I mean, they dressed up a little bit, but I'm like full fur coat, no shirt, glitter pants, 6-inch heels and everything. And they looked at me on the stage, and I was like, oh, I get it now. Okay. But I told them a bunch of times, and they didn't get it until the very first show, And they're like, oh, okay, I think we get it now. And then
like now they see, yeah.
Now they see it, right. I mean, you can say it 100 times, but until somebody sees it, they just don't understand what it is because no one does it, It's like a lost art. And
I would love to see that live, yes.
Oh yeah, it's really fun stuff. I mean, like I said, you can see it in the videos, but it's nothing like a live show. And every night is a different outfit, and I sew a lot of the outfits, and I fit them and everything. And
you sell them?
I sew them myself.
Oh, sew them. Okay.
Fit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because an old vintage outfit doesn't really work until it's fitted properly. I mean, all these guys,
true. Yeah.
Right. They all had their stuff fitted properly, and if you try and do it when it doesn't fit, it doesn't look right. So I got to learn how to use the sewing machine. That's all there is to it.
That's true. I can hand stitch,
right?
But it'll take me a while to do it. But I can hand stitch.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
if you have the
I
time,
use a sewing machine. It's called my hands. That's how.
There you go. There you go.
Exactly.
Mm. It's like
So
somebody asking me if I had a dishwasher. I said, "Here it is.
here it is. Right.
Here it is."
Right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. So it's a very small scene of bands that play the old style glam rock, but it is a scene. And thank God for the internet, because now there's like two in every country, but we all know each other.
Oh,
There's like
yeah.
a great band from LA called Hammered Satin, and they just came to Philadelphia and we played with them here. And there's a band in Italy called Judah. They're a great glam rock band. And a couple in Italy. Faz Waltz is another one from Italy. It's really strange that certain countries take to this style, and it's one thing to do the style, but it's another thing to do it well. You got to have good songs,
That's true. To carry it through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, there's nothing worse than a band that dresses up that doesn't have anything to listen to. That's not what it's about, The
Yeah,
outfits are
it's
the
got to
cherry on
have
the
the sound. Yeah.
I gotta have a good song,
Yeah, the good song and the good action, and
Yeah.
performing all that good
Exactly.
look out there on the stage.
Oh well, if you're gonna wear the outfit, then you gotta have the swagger too. And if you're not gonna sell it, then
Exactly.
you probably should
Yes, I
take off
love
the
it.
outfit, So, and I can tell, I get up on that stage with these high heel shoes, and I'm just thinking to myself, what am I doing? This is crazy. These people are looking at me like I'm insane. And then,
I mean, Kiss did it for 50 odd years. So
well, that's another thing I say to myself. It's really hot in here. I don't want to do it. It's uncomfortable. But if, Vase can go on stage with that outfit every night, I can do it, It's not impossible. They've proven that it can be done, So then I get, my confidence back, and I get up there and then sell it too. Because the second you just, put on the swagger and you do a move like Mark Bolan, and you see the faces light up and the smiles, it's all well worth it right there, It just makes it,
Yes.
because they're waiting for you to do something. So do something, And,
It's like you're wearing
do a
it
little
now. You
dance,
get the music. Do something. Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Yeah, do a couple little dance moves with those high heels, and people just love it. And I love it too. I think it's great. It's like comes around, and I don't know where it comes from. Like I said, it comes from my earliest memories of rock and roll. So I don't think it comes out forced, because it's just something that I can remember.
That you're used to, you grew up with.
Yeah,
It's part of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And even to this day with YouTube, I just watch those videos over and over again. So it all gets into your system,
Absolutely. And you get the moves and you get the gestures and the way, to go about it.
Oh
I love
yeah.
it. I love it.
Well, I guess you watched the videos, so you know that it, right?
I have, yes. I've seen a few of them, yes.
Right. So
yeah.
And it's important, because there's a good way and a bad way to do it, and we really try and keep on the good side. We also try and make it fun too.
Yeah. And it does. It looks like a whole lot of fun as what you do,
Right.
So that's very, very cool. So,
well, that was
cool.
That was an early intent to make the band fun, because I was in other bands that were either like kind of heavy or kind of dark, or in fun ways and good ways, but like nothing that was just like a party on stage. And that's what this is. This is just like people are there to have a good time, and it's from one, we're stomping our feet and playing the catchy tunes and everything. And
awesome. And you have all the lights, and then you have the disco ball.
Well,
the disco ball going.
I don't carry one with me.
Yeah,
if they got one.
I know it's kind of hard to have if a place has it or not.
Right. But all that stuff.
I love the disco ball when I was younger. I'm like, oh wow. And the Spencers used to carry it.
Oh, right. The Spencers guests had great lights and stuff.
God, I loved it. Yeah.
I know, right?
It's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah. But now there's younger kids that are doing it now. Kids in their 20s that are starting little glam rock bands, and they get the high heel shoes and stuff, and the long hair and shirts that are a little too small and everything. I love it. I think it's so cool.
Stolen Prayer, right, Lisa?
What's
Prayer.
that?
Stolen Prayer.
Yes. Stolen Prayer does it. And we also have another friend, Kandi, that's your good friend, especially.
Oh, yes, actually, I'm going to put you in touch with my friend. They call him Sam Spade. He's the bass player for a band called the Midnight Devils, and that's like as glam rock as you can get nowadays.
Oh,
Hot pink,
Yeah.
fluorescent, green, and orange. Oh my God, they're amazing.
oh, that sounds cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they're really cool. Is it 3 of them, right? Right, Kandi?
Yeah, it's Sam, Chris, and Jimmy, and their drummer
Yes.
actually he did a brief stint with oh gosh, what's the name of the band? Pretty Boy Floyd. He played with them for a couple of years.
Oh, nice, nice.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting how the different generations picked up on it, because it really starts in 1972 with Mark Bolan. He goes on Top of the Pops with glitter on his face. I think his girlfriend put glitter on his face, and that's really the first glam rock performance. And then,
Wow.
of course, isn't that interesting, right? Yeah, and you can still watch that performance. I think he's doing Hot Love or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of those, or it might be Ride a White Swan. Either one. They're very early, and it's the first glitter that you'll see. And then, of course, David Bowie picks up on it, and he takes it a lot further. And then the New York Dolls as well, right? They're the American version of it.
Yeah, I heard of them.
Twisted
Yeah.
Sister did a little bit of a glam type look, didn't they?
Yeah, that's the they
Twisted Sister.
did
So
the
now,
women makeup and all the hair.
right.
Yeah.
So then, so really glam rock stops in 1976. That's when they all start taking the outfits off. And even David Bowie's kind of dressing really regular. He's got like a white suit. I think he's known as the Thin
That's
White Duke
true.
at that point, right? It's very played down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then by 1980, the LA scene picks up on glam and becomes glam metal. And very early on, David Lee Roth and Eddie Van Halen and Randy Rhoads, they start the new glam rock hair metal thing. They're the first.
Yeah.
And Twisted Sister's very early too. They're actually got female makeup on, right?
Yeah.
And their heroes are the New York Dolls and Mark Bolan. So
Yeah.
that's the second wave right there. And then
Yeah.
also with Motley Crue as well. They're doing, dressing like women, but also like Kiss too.
That's true. A little touch of both. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And right when Kiss is ready to take the makeup off with Unmasked, Motley Crue comes out putting makeup on. So it's crazy how Kiss is
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? That doesn't work anymore. We tried it. We're done. But then yet they can do it because they're younger, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
It's always kind of. But that era is, I guess, considered glam metal, and it gets confused. Glam rock, people call glam metal glam rock, and vice versa. And it's really two separate eras. And I think the sounds are different, but the looks can be very similar.
Right. They
Yeah.
have the same kind of look, but the different sounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, because I think if you were to ask Tommy Lee, he would say his favorite bands were T-Rex and Slade, because you hear it in the music too. It has a little bit of that catchy thing,
Yeah.
Girls could easily be written by the group Slade, who did Come On Feel the Noise. It's a very similar sound,
Oh yeah. You're
Yeah.
right.
but it's much heavier. It has the metal thing, I think,
Yeah.
Mhm.
It kicks in.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Very
But then
cool.
after that, I think it really starts to die out, because then grunge comes and Kurt Cobain really changes
I
it.
love Kurt Cobain.
I
Yeah.
love Nirvana too.
Yes.
And I think what they did was really interesting and almost very similar in some ways, but because they had the same sense of humor, but then it was, ripped up jeans. So it's a different look,
Yeah.
and it really never comes, the whole like performance and theatrics don't really come back, except for maybe like Gothic, I'm trying to think, or just goth music and punk and goth, But
I like the kind of stuff that they do, like on the air. I'm looking at something. She's who was like Korvazik, for example. He does the theatrics. He'll sing and he'll bring on like the one song called Spellbound. He has a big top hat and he comes out there and he's got the makeup on.
yeah,
And he's like, everybody's gonna, he tosses out water into the crowd. It's really cool
no, that's
how he does it. Yeah.
that's really neat. Yeah, yeah.
Like every song has
Yeah,
a
so,
different
like,
crowd.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like theatrical rock, and then to even an extent, a bit of shock rock thrown in there too, as well.
Yeah.
Oh yes, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. And I think, well, of course, Queen was an early glam rock band, and they're that's the band that really keeps bringing it back because Bohemian Rhapsody had a big comeback in the '90s with Wayne's World, and then of
Yep.
Oh
course,
yeah,
right,
yeah, I love that.
it was
Yes,
great, right?
that was so cool.
And then of course the Queen movie was huge. I mean, my kids love the Queen movie. They love Queen, and they're in their
Oh,
teens.
so
Yeah,
cool.
so it's good. That band can just keep coming back somehow, as long as they bring it back in a new form.
Absolutely.
That's how
That
I.
what's his name? The guy that was on America's Got Talent.
Yeah,
Is it Adam
Adam Lambert.
Lambert? He's
yeah,
he is amazing. His voice,
yes,
woo, is
yeah,
just really good.
and
Yeah.
he brings it to a whole nother generation as well.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah.
God, he's so good. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, and another band that has brought it back, I think, is The Darkness. They have that.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
great songs, great look, and they still wear wild outfits on stage.
Love it. Love it.
Mhm.
Like the goth stuff, and we know a certain particular person who loves the goth, don't we, Candy?
Say what now? Sorry.
I said, we know a certain particular person who loves the goth.
Oh God, we know a few. What am I missing?
Well,
here? Oh,
yeah, we do.
Are you talking about Bakua Hyde?
Well, him too, but no, I wasn't talking about him. I'm talking about Jay.
Oh, you might want to fill me in. Yeah, we know a few people. Jay, our good buddy from the Metal Summit. That's
Yeah.
his whole lifestyle. He just absolutely loves it.
Yes.
Well, I really like the side of glam rock that pushes into goth because, of course, Kiss has the dark gothic thing, but then the movie Rocky Horror Picture Show is the ultimate
Oh,
glam
God,
rock.
you-
Oh my gosh, yes, that's so
Great.
cool.
And the songs are great, and the outfits are unbelievable. The makeup is great, and it lives on forever because it was that great.
Yep.
So cool.
Going to one of those live performances, like you're sitting in the theater and they act it all out. I've never been to one until then, and
Right.
I'm like, I took somebody with me. Why are they throwing
A
toilet paper? I said,
little tip, Lisa.
part of it.
A
Yeah,
little tip: if you've never been to a live Rocky Horror show,
yeah.
if they ask you if you've ever been to one before, say yes.
Oh,
Say yes.
Oh no, because they're gonna set you up.
they
You
gonna
have
really.
you have to go through the initiation if
Oh.
you've never been to a live Rocky Horror Picture
What
Show.
would they do to the initiation? I'll go through it.
Basically, all the first comers, they'd bring them to the front of the theater, they'd pair them off, and then they'd make them pretend that they're okay. We are live. I don't care. They make them pretend they're doing doggy, basically, as an initiation. If
Oh
you've
my
never been
God.
to a Rocky Horror performance before,
Just lie.
Yeah,
yeah,
because
so just
I was
lie.
never
When you
asked,
go
but I
there,
did
just
go.
lie. Tell them that you have been to one before.
Right.
Oh shit!
I've never. Here I go. I'm gonna say it. I've never been to one, but I remember watching it on Prism, right? 1978. They showed it on Prism constantly, and I learned every word from it from watching it on TV. And I think I even put my radio up to the speaker and recorded every song too, and just listened to it that way too. I was really young. But, it's probably too young to be watching that movie, but the songs are just too good.
The songs are really good.
Yeah.
Well, when my
Yeah.
son was a baby, I put Rocky Horror on all the time. He just loved the colors, like he loved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's all he sees is colors, and it was very mesmerizing to him. So.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So cool, so cool.
So, what do you think we take a little bit of a break? I know you have a video queued up. You want to play that?
I do have a few. Do you have a certain one that you would like us to play?
Oh, I guess play Those Shoes. Do you have that? That's the latest one.
Okay.
That has the best shoes in it.
Oh, let's see. Let me see.
This one also has a great animator that animated us in like a Scooby-Doo sort of style,
Oh, I love Scooby-Doo.
where we're running away from a big pair of shoes.
Oh, neat. I don't see it.
It's hard to pull up. Even I know, it's strange. But if you search Those Shoes, Cream Circus, CRE.
Yeah, let me type it in or talk it in.
It's
Yeah.
so strange how it doesn't always give you what you want.
I tell you, I know.
Let me see.
Okay. So let me type it in, or let me talk it in.
Here it is. Maybe I can send you the link.
Creem Circus, those shoes.
Look for the yellow.
Really quick, while Lisa's bringing up that video, can you tell us where the name came from?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people don't know. But I grew up on Creem magazine and Circus magazine. So there.
I was wondering because I thought the magazine,
Okay.
it sounded like it. I'm sorry. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Creem magazine, Circus magazine. We just put the two together. I just sent you the link, by the way, on Messenger for the
Oh, good.
videos.
I found it.
Yeah.
But thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here
And
it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because sometimes a lot of people don't know where the name comes from, and obviously a little double entendre in there too, right? But it's important to know that we're not just trying to be, disgusting and sexual with it. It's coming from two magazines,
There you go. Right.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
A little bit of both, maybe.
You can take it, interpret it
Maybe this is a
however you want.
conversation to have on Mistress Business.
Yes. So hopefully, let me know if you can see it and hear it. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All righty. Let's see. Make sure we can hear it. I'm going to crank it up. All right, here we go. Can we hear it? Oh, look at the shoes. All right. Wow. Did you see them?
That came out pretty good, didn't it?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it did. I love that. Now, did you design those shoes, or
No, I bought
where did you
those.
find them?
There's a company making those. They're called Dolls Kill.
Dolls Kill.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I bought them up in
All
New
right.
Hope, in Pennsylvania, and there's a little boutique up there called Vintage 13. They just had them in stock, and they had my size too.
That's perfect when they have your size. You
Oh,
like something,
great.
it's like, because I have a small foot and I can never
Yeah.
find my size.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I tend to
Yeah.
buy a lot of women's clothing, so it's actually hard to find the bigger size,
That's true. Yeah.
At least
Oh,
for
man.
my feet, but I'm pretty skinny, so I can fit into a lot of women's clothing,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So I love the leopard. I love the zebra. I love colorful things.
Oh
Like
yeah.
my daughter, she's very, very mild. She's very bland. She likes the neutrals. And I'm like, ah, I'm so vibrant.
I know, right?
I mean, I've got a vibrant personality, but I can see where Tori comes from. You know. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just
What do you say? What do you say we shift gears now, Lisa? Maybe we can go into our second segment. What do you think?
Sure, let's do that. Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one.
Alrighty. So what we do in the second.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Hi. All right. So what we do on the second half of the show is that we like to just be off topic, and we like to just be silly and ask questions, and just have a little bit of fun. Mm-hmm. So the first question we're going to ask, Kandi, you know what it is.
I know exactly what it is.
It's coming. So, are you a Coke drinker or are you a Pepsi drinker?
I haven't drank soda in like 30 years. I cut it out on my diet. So should I just pick one?
Okay. Yeah, just pick one.
Yeah, you can just pick one.
Pepsi is a little more 70s feeling to me. So
God damn it.
One on my block.
Cola war. We've been having this cola war on the show for as long as I can remember. She likes Pepsi. And
yeah.
I like Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, I don't care. So, yeah, I can eat
right,
either one.
because you don't drink it.
Yeah.
I just had a Pepsi recently, and I drank it. I'm like, this is why I don't like Pepsi. It tastes like cleaner fluid.
It tastes like what?
It's disgusting. Cleaner fluid.
Oh no! It tastes sweet as candy. You should like it, Kandi, because it tastes as sweet as you.
Right now. Don't ever compare me to Pepsi again, okay?
Bing! I just got binged.
Yeah, you did. Okay, so another question that we usually like to ask: Chris, if you were stranded on a deserted island, what 5 items would you want to bring with you?
Well, definitely a guitar, and definitely something to record the guitar with, preferably a recording system, and probably something to listen to music with, and something. So yeah, what you got here? Guitar, recording equipment, stereo, albums. Can I have? Is that one thing, or do I have to have multiple albums?
Yeah. So it could be one.
Yeah, one more thing. Am I allowed to bring my cat?
You can bring your cat.
Am I allowed to bring my family? Because you're stranded. I don't know if you can't just bring the whole world and make your life like it was, right? So trying to bring things that seem like would be allowed on stranded on an island. So there you go, my cat.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
All right, Lisa.
My question is, if you were in a hot tub time machine, set the dial, where are you going?
I'm pretty obsessed with Randy Rhoads, the guitar player Randy Rhoads from Ozzy, and from Quiet Riot, and he died, right as I started to play guitar, right? So to get to see Randy Rhoads live on stage, I guess, I had a ticket to see Ozzy when they were coming around, but he had died before, It's such bad timing,
Yeah,
I still have it. Well, either way, yeah. I think I may still have the unused ticket. It's horrible, horrible, sad story that he died right before he was touring.
Right before it, yeah.
So I guess I would go there, back to.
Let's take it one step further, Chris. Who would you have in the hot tub with you?
Randy Rhoads.
There you go.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I'm gonna steal one from Lisa. What's on your bucket list?
Oh,
besides going to see Randy Rhodes?
Well, it's not really a bucket list thing. Let's see. Gaia, go to Japan, right? Because all the great bands went to Japan, right? So
I mean, rock and roll, metal, and all that stuff. It's a serious culture in Japan.
oh, I know. I'd love to.
Yeah.
Everybody goes
funny
there.
thing,
Yeah.
we just interviewed somebody the other day. He's a social media influencer / musician. He's a jack of all trades, but his inspiration comes from Japanese metal.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's
Awesome.
that's kind of cool.
It's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool. When we interview everybody, we hear that a lot. You know, it's really, it's really cool.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
So when you're performing, have there ever been any like weird things that happened, or maybe like moments, and like how do you has anything ever gone wrong during shows? How do you pivot, and how do you get through all that?
Yeah, good question. Let's see. We were opening up for Gene Simmons actually one time, and we opened up for him twice. They asked us back. Gene Simmons has a solo project, you know.
Oh, okay.
And, so we got a chance to open up for him at the Trocadero in Philadelphia, and then again at the American Music Hall in Lancaster. And we set up in front of their stuff, and Gene Simmons, his basses were on stage while we're playing, which you usually take them off. You usually kind of move them out of the way, and they were there. And at the end of our set, we kind of started to break things. Like the drummer started to chuck the drum set in different directions, and
oh no,
managed to miss Gene Simmons' bass by like inches. I mean, imagine if we broke his bass opening up for him, nice enough to ask us back for a second time.
Oh my God.
So that was an almost. That wasn't it's something you can see in the video later on, but like we all like when we watch it, we just can't believe what we were doing at the time. But that's pretty wild, right?
Yes. Oh my God. I would have died.
Oh my God, we would have been kicked out. We would have.
Yeah.
So that.
Oh my God, I would have lost. Oh,
Right.
I would have cried.
Yeah. So almost horrible, but not.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Oh my God.
So do you want a real horrible mistake? Do you want one of those?
Sorry,
Yeah.
my internet is really spotty right now. So if I have to jump out,
we can hear you loud and clear. I was going to text you. We can hear you. We can hear you fine though. I mean, you might. It might sound.
It's skipping on my end.
Okay, I got you.
It's skipping on my end. So you guys are coming through really spotty. So it's an issue on my end, I think, because of the storm.
Okay, it's coming through clear here though. I mean, we can both hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, but okay. I'm sorry. You were going to say.
Oh, we played an outdoor festival one time, and it's a big stage. It was tall too. It had to have been at least chest high, and I'm wearing like the 7-inch heels, like in the video. And I do this thing where I get off the stage and get into the audience. I have this guitar with a mic stand built into it, and I can walk around and sing and play with a microphone.
Yeah.
It's not very modern looking. It's kind of funny that it these days they have the little mic that
that's attached like a headpiece or something. Yeah. Okay.
Is like kind of archaic looking, and it's funny. It was invented in the 50s. That's what's so funny about it. So I'll go out in the audience, and people like to talk into the crazy gooseneck mic stand and stuff. And I'm always very careful getting off stage. I know I've done it so many times, right?
Right.
So this time I go to do it, and I put my hand on the monitor, which these days I didn't realize the monitors are so lightweight. Like in the old days, you put your foot up on a monitor. You looked cool putting your foot up on a monitor.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore, by the way. These things are very lightweight and they flip very easily, right?
Oh, shoot.
I put my weight on the monitor to help me down, and it just goes. So then I go, because that was what's going to hold me up, right? And I fall off the stage, right? And it's pretty bad, right? I land on the ground, but it's grass, so it's really not that bad, right? And I'm like,
oh, shoot.
Oh, that wasn't so bad. I can get up. And then the monitor teetering falls and hits me on the head. And I'm like, okay, that was so bad that I might not be able to get up. And I'm like, you got to make a decision now. You're going to stop the show. You're going to keep going. And I'm just like, try and keep going. And I got up
Oh.
and finished the set. And it actually wasn't that bad. I saw someone videotaping too. I think I made them erase it because I never wanted to say it, But later on in the set, I watched some of the video and I was like, oh, it was actually really good, after all that.
Like, actually, you fell and then it had to fall on top of you.
Oh my God. It was horrible. I think I heard everyone go, right?
Like, and like, oh, he's okay. And then the thing fell on you, like, ah!
Yes. Right. So yeah, it was rough, and always doing daredevil things. I'm always standing on tables and getting up on bars and stuff, and jumping off of stages, And I think I cut back on that lately, just because your days are numbered if you're going to keep doing it, and you
never know how it's going to hit you. Yeah.
I got up on a bar one time and I looked to the left of me, and there's a ceiling fan going, and if that hits you in the head, you're going off that bar, So I pulled back.
You don't know how it's going to hit you. It's going to hurt you badly. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was probably the worst one. But yeah, I think I was pretty lucky considering all the chances I've taken in the past. It's still a great show. I realized later on I didn't have to do all that wild stuff, because if you got great songs and you got a great attitude, just people enjoy it no matter what you're doing.
They like it no matter what. You got the great looking clothes, you got the vibe, you got the actions, you got the great music, and everything just falls into play.
Right.
So I would love to see it live. I would love to see it. I mean, because I usually go out for the 80s. I go for whatever rock and roll. I'm rock and roll,
Oh yeah.
And like 80s rock and roll, whatever rock and roll.
Oh yeah.
But
we'd love to come down your area too. If you know of anybody booking in your area, we'll come down and play the Baltimore. I mean, we've done it in the past. We've played a couple small places down there. I know there's a place called Mums in Baltimore that we've played. And there's this benefit called Stand Stock that we've played in the past. So
yes. Oh, you played at Stand Stock?
Yeah, we've done it twice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I must have missed it. I was coming in and out. I go to most of them that I can. So yeah. Are you in this year's Stand Stock?
No, I haven't heard about it yet. Unless it's in September. I don't know. I haven't heard it this year. No.
Okay. I'll keep in touch with you, and I'll let you know what I find out, and I'll let you know what I know. It was always held at Riverwatch. And now Riverwatch is no longer Riverwatch. It's called, what do you call it? The Lunacy, because Loonies took it over. So now it's being remade to a new bar. So maybe that's why it's in, they're finding maybe a different place. I don't know. But as soon as I know, I'll let you know. Yeah. But there's other venues. I'm sure there's other things. I will definitely find out, and I will definitely I'll ask Teresa and see if she is, how her schedule looks, and I can get her to connect with you and make a connection. So therefore she can book you.
Yeah. That'd be great. We'd love to come down. We'd have friends, and we have a little bit of a following. So yeah, it wouldn't be bad at all. Yeah.
Awesome. I would love to see you guys. I know there's plenty of nice venues. I can probably make a list and send you something.
Yes.
So you're from New Jersey, right? You're from Jersey?
Yeah. I live in New Jersey, and we're basically Philly-based band. We do
Philly-based. That's right. You did say yes.
Yeah.
So what's in the works? Do you have albums coming out or anything like that you do? Okay.
Right. So the last album that came out, it came out right before COVID. So it got like no push because everything shut down. Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like It's kind of like the new record at this point. And that's out right now. And that's called this is a great title for a record. It's called The Glitterest, Slatest, Rockinest, Latest, Overtime, Paidest, Boogiest Band in Town.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, right?
That sounds good. I love it.
It's like the longest title you could possibly think of, And so that's out.
Cool.
And and that song is on it. Those Shoes is on that record, and it's a great gatefold record.
What's that?
It's a great, it's out on vinyl, 12-inch, and it opens up like an old record and everything, and there's all pictures.
Oh, I love the old stuff like
Yeah,
that. I really
and,
do. Yes.
it's
Yeah.
based on a pinball machine. Like the front of it looks like a pinball machine, like a Cream Circus pinball
Uh-huh.
machine. And then you
Oh,
open it up and
okay.
you see all these pictures of insides of pinball machines, and it's actually the Captain Fantastic pinball machine, the Elton
Oh,
John Captain
nice.
Fantastic pinball machine, because I own it in
Yes.
my basement. So we went and took pictures of the interior of it, and that's all over the record. It's really neat looking.
Oh, that's so cool. Now, have you ever met Elton John? Have you ever met?
No, sadly, I never got to meet Elton John. I've met a lot of my heroes, but not him.
Oh,
Yeah.
on my bucket list, I have to meet Def Leppard. I just have to.
Oh,
I don't
that'd be
know how.
great.
I don't know when, but I have to. Yes, they're
Yeah.
my ultimate favorite band.
Yes.
So,
I love Def Leppard too.
so yeah, they're
I
so
almost had a
amazing.
chance to
So
meet them
cool.
too. You know, I made the guitars for the Live 8 concert. Remember Live 8? It was a
Live
benefit.
8.
Live 8. So Live 8 was the first one. Live 8
Okay,
was the second one. And
gotcha.
I had to make guitars in the shape of Africa. So I made the official Live
Nice.
8 guitars.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So cool. So
And
cool.
I had to deliver them to the Philadelphia show because they had it right there on the Art Museum steps. And they gave me such a short time to make them that I was so tired. By the time I got them done, I delivered them and I just went home and went to sleep. But I had
Oh,
backstage passes, and Def Leppard played that one, so I actually probably gotten back there. But I was so tired. They gave me like 5 days to make 5 guitars, and it wasn't enough time. But
that's exhaustion right there. It's
it
beyond
was
tired. That's
exhausting.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Great opportunity to do it, but I couldn't enjoy like the backstage fun, which is awesome.
right. So you make guitars. That's amazing.
Mhm.
So what do you sell the guitars for? Do you
Oh,
have a certain price, or
yeah,
you
yeah.
work things out? Mhm.
Yeah, I make like a retro looking guitar, which is like kind of a 60s looking, retro, neat looking surf guitar. And they
Oh,
have like, of course,
nice.
they have glitter and
Love
glitter
the glitter.
colors. Right. And
Mm.
I try to keep them around the $1,000 mark. But then some people have me do a lot of little handmade details, and they can go up $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, depending on how fancy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
I have one right here. Here's a DiPinto guitar right here. And I'm known for my, get this out of the way. I'm known for my little buttons and multiple pickups and stuff. See it there? That's a DiPinto guitar.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And
A lot of things on that. Yeah.
yeah, right. Yeah, so that's one there.
That's
And the
very
next thing
cool. I
we do.
love the colors too.
Oh yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
And we're actually doing a little tour soon in August. We're headed down to Nashville to play a bunch of
Nice.
shows down there. Yeah, and there's a club down there called the Eighth Room, and they have the Eighth Room, and they have a glam rock night once a month there, which is shocking to me because it's such a strange thing to do. I mean, even New York doesn't have a club that has a glam rock night, but Nashville does, and apparently it's turning into a really big scene in Nashville. That's turning. It was always a country scene, but now it's got a real rock and glam. Yeah,
that's sweet. That's very cool.
Isn't that awesome?
And it's that's really cool.
Yeah.
And
So we're headed down there because that's it's hard to believe that that's where the demand's coming from, but that's where it is. So that's where you go. Yeah.
That's cool. So you have a few shows down there in August.
Yeah.
You're touring down there in August. Okay.
Sure.
Yep. And we got to get you back in Baltimore so I could see you guys live. That would be so cool.
Yeah, we'd love to. Yeah.
Okay. I'll keep in connection with you and send you what I know. And of course, I'll try to get you hooked up with Teresa to get you. And she's from PA. So there's, you can, she'll probably get you going in that area as well.
Oh, that'd be great.
So hopefully if her, what do you call it? If her, what is it, that heavy, I don't know how many bands she has, but she does a really good job at what she does. So, and then I'll probably kick in help. with
Yeah,
promotion. So we'll see how it goes.
I love it. Yeah, thanks.
Sounds good. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Hmm.
So I have another question. So
Hmm.
if someone had a was just starting out
Hmm.
and they wanted advice, what kind of advice would you give them?
Oh, starting out music or guitar or
I'm sorry, yeah, anything in the music of what you do. Yes. In the
okay,
music field.
in the
Hmm.
music field. The oldest one in the book is don't quit your day job, right? And that's what they always tell you. And it's
Yes.
kind of true.
Yes.
Unless you're going to
Yeah.
give it 100% full, everything you believe in every cent and every ounce of your energy, then do it. Um, you got to decide if it's going to be a fun thing that you love or it's going to be your career because it changes you when it's 100% music, it's, um, you better love it, because you're going to do it all day, every day, and you're going to invest every cent you have in it. It's just like starting a
That's-
business because I did. I started a guitar business, and I
Yeah.
invested almost everything I had, and it became successful. You have to do
That's
that if you're going to get into the music business and be a performer, and you're going to have a product that you're going to bring out there. You're going to take out loans. You're going to pay out. You're going to pay the loans back by selling merch and by playing shows, and you're going to give it all you have. That's
yeah.
the advice.
Awesome.
Or do it for fun and do it because you love it, because people will love seeing you do that as well. It's just don't expect to
Absolutely.
be famous.
Right. That's true. It's not like the old days with the way it used to be.
Right,
It's
right.
changed now. So
Change,
it's
yes.
yes. So it's a different way of going about it.
But it's not bad, and you can do it DIY now with the whole internet thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
but that's
That's
my
very
advice
true.
is, yeah, if you're going to do it, then do it full 100%. Really believe in yourself. That's hard.
Exactly.
That's hard to do. But if you can manage to do that, it could very well work.
That's true. That's
Mhm.
true. Follow your heart, follow your passion, and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Follow that. That's your dreams. If that's your dreams, you
Yes.
do
Yes.
what what you love and love what you do.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? Is there anything else you want to say, or do you have any thing
Um,
you would tell your fans?
well, let's see. Well, we have another record coming out. We're recording it right now. So when you come to see us, you're going to hear some songs that you haven't heard before, and they're the new
Oh,
ones that we're
nice.
recording. Yeah, right.
Awesome.
And YouTube has us playing a lot of the new stuff. So people do come to our show and they're singing along with the stuff that isn't even available yet. I guess they're watching live performances of us playing the latest stuff. So that's a
Oh,
fairly new
nice,
thing too.
nice.
People
How's
can know
that
your stuff
feeling
before.
being up on this? Yeah, when you're up on the stage and you see them singing along with you, how's that
It's so
feeling? What's that
awesome.
feel?
It's the greatest thing in the world. It really is, because it's what you really hope when you write a song is that people will connect with it. And it's hard
Yes.
to do. You know,
Hmm.
it's hard to be that inspired. It's easy to write a song, but it's hard to write a good one. Anyone who learns
Oh,
how to play a few chords can probably put something together, but to play something that really connects,
that really kicks. Yeah, and
people don't even know why
gets
they
you.
like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, and these days I look out into the audience and I don't recognize people, which is
Yeah.
great, because if you have all your friends out to see you, that's great. But it's really just your friends who will come out a couple times.
Right.
When you have fans that like you, that don't know you, then you've made a connection with people you don't even know. So that's a great feeling.
That's what. Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you want to or you would love to collaborate with, or you haven't yet want to?
Well, let's see. Oh, I got another pet coming in here. You
Oh,
look.
cool.
She's back. She got scared.
Oh, was that
um,
doggy?
yeah, 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 yeah. Here, come and say hi. There you
Oh, look at
go.
it.
This dog
Oh,
is my shadow. This dog. Come on, look at me.
oh, that's cool.
Um, well, for me, it's like, I don't know whether it's collaboration, but it's definitely, getting to play with these bands that come through town. Getting to
Mhm.
play with Gene Simmons was great, and
I can
and
imagine.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, Mata Hoople came through, and they had asked for us, but it was wasn't going to work out. Like they want us to do an acoustic set. We're not really an acoustic band. So that was an Ian Hunter show, actually. So, but like, a lot of these old rockers, they're still around. They still tour, and we fit the bill every time, So we get a lot of these great opening slots, So that, yeah, I'd love to collaborate with them, but really just to share the night, is awesome. We opened up for Marky Ramone a couple months ago too. So
sweet.
Yeah, getting to play with the Ramones.
Nice.
Right. Yeah. The closest as you're going to get to the Ramones. Yeah.
Exactly.
Still great though. It's still awesome. Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's very awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think of anything else. So where can people find you? Like on your like your social.
So follow Creem Circus. And always remember to spell it with the Creem.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll come up faster that way. And that's, Creem Circus Band on Facebook. And on Instagram, it's just Creem Circus, @Creem Circus.
Creem Circus. Okay.
Yeah. Definitely follow the Instagram because, it's a very visual band. So I'm always putting up wild pictures. And we have so many photographers that like us because they were, a pretty interesting subject for them.
Awesome.
We'll play shows and there'll be literally 5 photographers up front shooting. They're like fighting for like spots. You'll get the same. Like I'll do a leap in the air and they'll see it from 3 or 4 different angles because everyone's trying to get the shot.
That's so cool.
I know. So yeah, it's always great to have. And these are professional photographers who don't charge us either to do the shots too because I just think they like the band.
Wow.
So yeah, so
that's really cool.
Yeah, follow the Creem Circus page so you'll see those pictures because they're great, And then of course we have a website, creemcircus.com.
Sweet.
And there's shirts and everything, and there's records and
Awesome. And you make tank tops?
We gotta make a tank top. No, we haven't yet. No.
You have to make tank tops because that's all I wear.
Okay. Well. I got a guy doing the shirts right next door, so we'll have to get on the tank top real soon.
Okay. I know the ladies love the spaghettis. During the summertime, it gets so hot, like the real thin straps.
Yes. Yeah. We'll have to make those definitely.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Well, I will let you go for this evening. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to tell you, thank you so much for coming to Front Row Promotions. It was a pleasure. And Kandi, I think she's having some issues with her storm happening out there in Canada.
Well, tell her I said thank you, and also to you. Thank you for having me. It was great.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. And I always close the show out with a song. And if you want to hang tight, we can talk a few more minutes before you go.
Okay.
And then I can tell you more about local places you can go to and stuff like that.
Yeah, great.
Oh, all right. So thank you all for watching Front Row Promotions. Thank you all for supporting live music, supporting music in the making, and music everywhere. It's a tongue twister. But anyway, that's what I say. All right. And thank you so much for our guest coming tonight, Chris DiPinto. Thank you very much. You're welcome. From Creem Circus. Yes. Mm-hmm. And there we go. Front Row Promotions. Bye now.